Hey y'all, it's Keisha going live. But this won't be a long live. I just wanted to kind of talk about mindset for a second and review Bosscation for a second. There goes my nosy dog. He had to come see what I was doing. I'm getting ready to coat some screens. Um, because I got another order I gotta do. And he actually just checked in with me and was like, where they at? He's not that kind of guy where it's like hard like deadline most of the time unless he'll let me know, but he said his guys are bugging him for the stuff. They're really excited, so I'm like, I'll get it to you next Tuesday, man. I just got back in town. But anyway, I wanted to talk about um let's start with Bosscation, shall we? So Bosscation was what, the 19th through, is that right, the 19th through the 23rd? Yeah, 20th through the 23rd, my bad. I left out the 19th because I like to do a day early. But so I got there the 20th and saw the house. It was awesome. I was like, yes. It was cool. I genuinely enjoyed having all the ladies there and the guys. Can't forget the guys too. But it was so much fun. The house was gorgeous. It was so amazing. It was a wonderful house. And someone told me that the person who owned it like designed it themselves. So I was like, good taste. But it was a really beautiful house. I enjoyed our time there. The pool was cool. Yeah, everything was tight. So I had a lot of fun, and of course, I love being in Texas. So I mean, who doesn't, right? But yeah, but overall, um, it was a lot of fun, and more importantly, I got all my questions answered because I came ready with some questions. I had them in my phone, I had them in my mind. I was like, either way, I'm asking because, and I didn't have a whole lot of questions. Me personally, I didn't because a lot of the things I still have questions about is gonna be like a trial and error thing. Like it's just something I have to try myself and see how it goes. So I knew that much, but most of my questions, for Latana, the print boss, the lady print boss, and Ken, the master printer, was really about like dealing with being overwhelmed, like dealing with being burned out or feeling burned out, trying to wear too many hats, because that is definitely a big theme in my life, in my shop, is uh, I wear all the hats, all of them. Like, with the exception of art, sometimes. Like, I handle the artwork. If it's simple, it doesn't make sense for me to like outsource it, or I can vectorize it easily with Vector Magic, though that hasn't been working out lately for some reason. But I've reached a point, and this was part of my one-on-one uh, with Latano, is dealing with burnout. How do I get to a place where I'm not doing everything and getting burned out on something that I genuinely love doing, but it's just like, I'm one person. I can't print and do the emails and do the quotes and go out there and go to networking events and answer the phones. Like, that's a lot for one person. So I've been feeling it, y'all. Like, I know it looks nice on YouTube, but that's what's going on. That's real life. Your girl is a little burnt out on stuff. So that tells me it's time for me to really start delegating some of this stuff out. And if it means not having an employee, I at least need to get a VA. That's something I've been really thinking about. And I think I'm just going to have to make that investment because it'll save me some time and give me a break. Because every time I get stressed, I start having physical symptoms and stuff. It starts messing with my stomach. Like, it's like I can't sleep. I'm like, okay, that's my body going, yeah, you need to slow down, right? So that's something that I had a chat with her about and got some clarity there. Um, and as far as on press stuff, well, let me back up. So we had marketing classes, we had classes about sales, getting customers, all kinds of stuff like that. So if you weren't there, you definitely missed it, and you should come next year because it's awesome. And if you're feeling like you're stuck in your business, like with marketing, finding customers, sales, website stuff, anything like that, like Bosscation is definitely the place for you. Or hitting up Latana, the lady print boss. She's here on YouTube and she would be glad to help you. Um, yeah, so as far as the classes with marketing and stuff, again, a lot of it I already know. It's just I need to figure out a way for me to implement it in my shop, like what makes sense for me. So while I may have known some of these things, it still gave me the opportunity to really like just, some time to just sit down and really think about it, write things down, write it out, like just start brainstorming that kind of stuff. And I'm going to continue doing that in the notebook that I got. So I'm getting some ideas. It's just right now, my main thing is just like getting back to normal life because it was fun. I had so much fun, but now it's back to reality and I got to get caught up on stuff. So, but that is something I need to do and figure out like my budget for different things that can help me uh, get to where I need to be without feeling too stressed and putting too much work on myself. So that's my thing. And I feel like the people that did attend, we were bouncing ideas off of each other and just, we were there to help each other. So it was a great like effort from everybody to help each other, make sure we all doing okay, we all feeling okay. The environment was great. So now, most of my questions outside of that, which was like I said, that was the main one. I had on press questions because I just do. And for a while now, my issue has been white. Now I can print like I've had several orders now, and I don't struggle pretty much with anything except white. And I know a lot of my issue was off contact, which I discussed that with the master printer Ken, and he gave me some insight on what I can do to like mitigate the issues that I'm having with off contact. And I haven't had a chance to play with that yet, but I have an order coming up that is hoodies and t-shirts, so I'm gonna try it on that order and see what happens. Um, but my main issue, like I said, is white, and now that I've talked to Ken, I spent some time in their shop, just seeing how things are. And I asked him, "Can you show me what is it I'm looking for? Like when it comes to white, like the viscosity, like what is it supposed to look like? Because there's so many videos on YouTube, and you can type it into the groups and all that stuff, but everybody has their answer, right? And you don't really know. And I just wanted to see like what does it look like? What am I looking for? So he showed me that. I have a video of that, and that's for my own reference, of course. And so I just was like, okay, this is what it's supposed to look like. Now I know. Now I know what's been going on with my ink. So with white in particular when I'm printing it. So super happy about that, and I'm very grateful for that. And then of course I had some crazy idea to erase him, and I lost horribly, but that's okay. I already knew I was going to. But that was just some fun that I thought we could have, and uh, everybody got really like more riled up than I expected about that. But yeah, it was just good fun. And yeah, that was pretty much it. We got to print some really cool designs. We got to print I think it was a 6 color design. 6 color design. It was a chameleon and it was awesome. I don't have it anywhere immediately for me to grab it, but it was beautiful. It's a beautiful design, and I'm glad I had the opportunity to print on that a little bit. Got to print um, a couple of halftones, and that's always fun. So I got those shirts, and I'm excited to wear them. So you might see me wearing them here in the next couple of videos. But it came out great, and I got to learn a little bit more of like what you're looking for in press when it comes to halftones as well as like she Latana showed us like the washing out process of halftones. So got to see that like come to life. She explained like what do you want to be looking for, the mesh count, like why that matters when it comes to halftones, what you can get away with, and what you can't. So that was also very good information that I got to take back here. I'm not doing halftones right now because I don't have, at least I don't believe I have the right exposure unit for it. Uh, but I mean that's okay. Um, but I'm trying to think. Yeah, it. Honestly, it went too fast. It went too fast last year. It's so much fun, and you're learning so much stuff. it goes fast, but you get a lot of information. So yeah, I had a lot of fun, and I can't wait for next year to see everybody again, to see where everybody's at, how we're all growing and getting to where we want to be. So yeah, that was cool. So yeah, that was pretty much Bosscation in a nutshell. And yeah, so the other thing I want to talk about really quick is mindset, because there isn't a whole lot of people talking about that, like with business, not just print business, but really life. But it, of course, that always spills over into business, right? So something I'm a little bit kind of like all about like mindset, because I think it's a very essential part of day to day life, especially in business. Like if your mindset is not right, it's going to impact everything about your business. It's going to impact how you show up. It's going to impact how people perceive you, perceive your services, perceive your quality, all of that stuff, everything about you, right? And so I think it's something that people really need to put more into, more energy into. So one thing I've discovered about myself, about my mindset, is I'm the kind of person that I'll throw myself into stuff. And the reason I'm like that is because I spent so much of like my early life, being this like nervous, like, oh, I'll just go over here, like quiet, shy girl. And like the person you see now, I was not like that. I trained myself to be this way. And it took a lot of work and several years to get here. And I'm still working on it. I'm not perfect. So it's always a work in progress. And it's not like it's never there anymore. I just know how to override it. Um, so a lot of what helped me override that is changing my mindset, changing the way that I perceived everything. So back then it was like, oh gosh, no one's gonna like me. Like, am I gonna be good at this? I was afraid of failure. I ran away from it. I avoided it at all costs. Anything that was uncomfortable, I avoided it. And that is what causes dreams to die. Like, literally, if you can't go into discomfort, if you can't go and head towards failure at Godspeed, like you're you're not gonna get to where you want to be, at least in the time that you're looking to get there. So something that I taught myself, and I would say this probably started um probably 2019, I would say. Honestly, with me, so I'm a climber, if anybody doesn't know that already. I started climbing in 2017. Now, I know you're probably like, what the hell does that got to do with anything? A lot, because people don't know that climbing is all about mindset. Like literally, you're on the wall, you're high up in the air, and most people are like, holy crap, I'm like way up here, I'm scared. And that fear starts setting in. And they're like, so it takes over. And you, as a climber, you have to learn how to override that. You got to be like, okay, body, I know you think I'm about to die. No, I'm totally safe. I got my gear on. Or if you're bouldering, there's a big old mat. Like you have to talk to yourself. And so that's kind of where it started for me, was climbing, like working on my mindset, and it started to translate into other parts of my life back when I was working at my corporate job and stuff like that. Like I said, I was kind of mousy, and stuff. And once I started climbing, and I was also going to therapy at the time because I believe in that. With the combination of those two things, I started to realize like how afraid I was, like, or how much I tried to avoid discomfort, how much I tried to avoid failure and stuff. And I was just like, I realized how much it was holding me back. And I was like, no, it was holding me back in climbing. It was holding me back in business. It was holding me back in life. It was holding me back in everything. So that's when I started to ask myself, like, how bad do I really want to change? How bad do I want to see the things that I see for myself in my life? Like, do I want it in the next 2 years? Or do I think I have time to wait another 10 years to get it? And obviously, no, I don't want to wait. I want it as soon as I can get it. So, like most people do, right? We don't want to wait for the good things in life that, we want for ourselves. So, at some point, there was a switch, and I decided, okay, screw it. The only way that I felt that I could override this, these kind of fears and stuff, was just throw myself into it. Something that I learned from my therapist was a strategy. What did she call that? Opposite. Go opposite to what you believe, basically, is what it is. And it was a very hard thing to teach myself, especially when you're like, you are very like over control. You like to have things a very specific way. You just like to control things around you a lot. It can be very hard to go opposite and be like, oh no, I got to override this. I don't ever do things that way. You want me to do it different? But when I started doing that, everything changed. I started getting better at climbing. I started getting better at talking to people. I started getting better at standing up for myself. I started getting better at my workflow and my work ethic and everything. Like it improved everything about my life. So now that's where I am. Like with this, that's how I got here was literally overriding it. And it's not something that's like, oh, I learned how to do this. Now I don't got to do it no more. I just know. No, it's a nonstop thing until you die. So you got to keep doing that because you always have those points in your life where you fall off and your mindset gets a little shook by a bad situation or something goes wrong in business or something goes wrong in life. And you're like, oh crap, now why is this all got to happen to me? It's really easy to fall back into that old way of thinking, like, oh, why me? What is this? Like, oh, maybe I can't do this and all that. Like, your faith gets shaken up every now and then. That happens to everybody. Everybody. So you got to have a way to get yourself back on track, whatever that looks like for you. But for me, that means I got to start throwing myself into situations no matter how I feel about them. Like, do you think for the ones that was at Bosscation, I want y'all to think about this. Like, y'all saw me challenge Ken. I was like, I want to see where I'm at, da da da. Do you think I was comfortable? Do you think I was like, yeah, like this feels good? I have no fear. No, I was scared, bro. I knew he was going to kick my ass. I knew that, I just knew, but I did it on purpose because yes, I wanted to see like where I stood with like a major professional who's been in the game hella long. But I really was doing that to keep training myself to get out of my comfort zone. That's just what I do. And it works. Like it sucks sometimes and it's painful. And sometimes it might backfire a little bit. But really, does it? It still teaches you something. It's still you stretching outside of your comfort zone. It's not really always about the end goal or, getting to where you want to go. Sometimes it's just about just stretching your mindset about that stuff. Like that's how you change your perspective. And that kind of led me to because I started thinking about this, I don't know, probably like 3 weeks ago, right? Hey, Tampa. Yes, I scared myself. I scared myself so bad. Y'all really don't know. I was scared. But something I was thinking about probably like 3 weeks ago. I was sitting down and I like to revisit things. Just revisit like, am I happy with the way things are going? What is it that I think I'm doing that's changing things? I like to just check in with myself, which I think is a really good thing to do that helps with your mindset as well. But I would say I took a time to like look over. I was like, what is the one thing I did this year that changed everything about my life? Like to go from a corporate job to doing this full time and a couple of part time jobs in between. And the one thing that I discovered that I was doing that got me from there to here is saying yes. Saying yes. That was the main thing. Like, and I didn't realize this, and I don't remember who told me this, but it was probably like a year and a half ago, maybe two. I don't know. It was a while back. Hey, Cynthia. Yeah, it was a while back that I heard somebody tell me, um, when you start saying yes to stuff, like opportunities just start falling in your lap. Like, that's just the way it is. The more you run towards yes, the more opportunities you get, the faster you get ahead, like the more that comes to you, the more successful you will be. And so that's scary, of course, because it's like that took me a minute. Like when I first was like, okay, because I decided like the beginning of this year, I was like, okay, this year, 2024, is about saying yes. I was gonna embrace this. I was like, I'm gonna embrace the saying yes thing. Scares the hell out of me because I don't like to say yes all the time. And I know that if you say yes too much, you can overwhelm yourself, which I'm not gonna lie, I kind of did, but it paid off. So when I first started to say yes to like jobs, different networking events, opportunities to sponsor stuff, I was scared, y'all. I was like, I don't know what this is gonna bring me. Like, is it gonna bring me the kind of people that I'm looking for? Like, is it gonna bring me customers that are kind of like a pain to deal with? Like, am I gonna be able to control it? Am I gonna be able to handle it? Like, there was a ton of questions that was running through my head when I was like, I'm gonna say yes. I said yes to several things this year that I didn't really want to do, but I knew that if I did them, it would open doors. One of them was Burton, because he spotted me at the very first farmers market I did. That was the video that I did a couple months ago. That's when I met him at that farmers market, and I remember him watching me from afar. Like he was right across the way from me, and he was watching me. And I was like in my head, I was like, why is this guy watching me like this? You know, like this is weird. But I was like, okay, people watch people, that's fine. But he came over after a while. I was like, I want shirts. I want you to like do for us, and I was like, okay. And in my head, I was like, crap, like you're like a big company. Like I knew that they had Omaha like covered. They cover Nebraska. Um, I wasn't really sure about the being out of state, but I just recently discovered that they're out of state too, in Kansas at least. So I was scared of that job, y'all, and I was scared. I was like, "Oh my gosh, if I mess this up!" Like this man was like so excited to work with me. He had construction type stuff, like they do plumbing and electrical and all that. So I knew that it was a good opportunity for me to keep giving him, apparel, and I knew he was gonna be ordering a lot for his guys. So, but I was scared at first, and the first couple jobs, I was like, "Ooh, I don't know, like is he gonna like it?" But he loved it. He loved it. And now he's a repeat client. He's the next order I got to do again. So that was a good example of me like saying like, okay, let me just see where this goes. And I encourage everybody to do that. Like just see where things go. Like worst case scenario, it don't work out. Hopefully nothing totally blows up in your face, but I mean, don't be out there accepting stuff that you can't do. um just just know your limits, right? Like it's not about going from 0 to 100. Like start slow, start with one thing, then you can add another thing. So that's what got me here to this point. And this wasn't just like it wasn't like oh, this was in a year. No, this was like 6 years of doing this, of practicing this in different like parts of my life. So I always encourage people to really focus on mindset when it comes to everything. But business, really, it do matter. It does matter. How y'all doing today, Cynthia and Tampa? What y'all working on? What are y'all working on? I gotta coat these screens for his job, and I gotta do what is it? I got two of those like step and repeat backdrop things this gym wants me to do. I've been eyeballing them for a minute, so I'm super excited that they want to use me. The owner's wife follows me on Facebook, so I wasn't expecting it, but yeah, it finally happened. So it's not shirts, but I can always work that in later, right? I can always work that in later. So I got to do the artwork for that and get that over to him. And I'm working on another one. I'm good. Have the babies. Oh, the babies. Your grandchildren? All right. It's grandchildren day. Yeah, and I gotta clean up my shop. It's nice to not be tripping over boxes of shirts now because I got that big old school order out of here. That thing took up everything in here. It was insane. But she was super happy with them. I was like, cool. So I actually ended up walking up the street. I literally live around the corner from the school, like up the street, around the corner to the school, right there. Um, so I was like, I've been sitting here this long and I haven't walked up to the school to say anything. Let me grab this shirt and go up to the school. So I went over there and left my information with them. I'm like, I'm literally like super local to you guys. I'm around the corner. So, I mean, it can't get better than that, right? I was trying to sell that up. So we'll see if anything comes from that. Got to get some artwork, some art done in my, yeah, yep. Yeah, that's what I'm doing too. That is what I'm doing too. I'm trying to convince myself to clean, to clean all my screens off, and I hate doing it. I hate doing it, but I'll probably end up doing that later because I printed those shirts like the rest of them, and I immediately just threw in the boxes and delivered them because they're way on the other side of town, like 25 minutes away from here. So, and she was like, "We need them today. We need them ASAP." So I was like, "Fine." By the time I was done with that, I was just like, I'm tired. The drive back made me tired. I'm still trying to recover from that and just getting back in the flow of things. So, yeah. But my thing right now is trying to figure out what I want to do for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Like, what kind of things do I want to talk to my clients about, like ideas? I'm probably late on that because you're supposed to be working like 8 weeks out, but I'm doing the best I can. So, we're going to see. Looking for my toolbox when I do these rims. Can't. Oh, you gonna wrap them, dude? If you do that, if you can, show a video. That would be super cool. Cause I've seen people wrap cars and stuff. I've never seen them wrap rims, and I think that would just be a really unique like video to show people. I hope you can get that like really going, because I'm telling you, there's money in car wraps and stuff. Like I've thought about it when I was like back in starting out and I was learning about different print methods and stuff. And I do mean a hot second, I considered like car wraps, because I found out this guy was making like 3K off of car wraps. And I was like, dang, like 3K, all you need to do is like 4 cars a month. I don't know. I have no idea how long it takes to wrap a car, but I don't know, like what, 3 days? I really don't know. But I'm just like, I mean, that's still good money. And you probably can upcharge it even more if you get really, really good at it, or maybe use specialty vinyls, or depending on the car or whatever it is. So, yeah, good luck with that. I hope you can do it, because that would be super cool. I charge 200 on letters. Letters on tires? You put letters on there? How do you do that? I thought you meant like wrapping the rim itself. Yeah, now I'm extra curious because I don't even understand that. But 200 is good. So 200 a wheel, because that's like $800. Like that's good. That's good, huh? I know. There's a guy here local to me, and he makes so much money, and he doesn't even touch anything. He just outsources it to a local shop. But one of his things is he wraps uh car or like work vans and stuff like that, and he makes like buku money. Okay, in fact, he ended up wrapping a big, what do you call those? So it was for a brewery, and they have this big ass tank outside, like huge, and he ended up wrapping that thing. I was like, what? I can't imagine what he made off of that, but it must have been good. It must have been good. And they vinyl letters for tires. Huh. I'm curious about that. Nice. Yeah, get that money, girl. Get that money. Get that. Yeah, I actually have a friend who's she ended up getting some vinyl. Okay, look, I don't know anything about Timu at all. I don't shop on there. I don't know shit about it. But apparently they sell vinyl, like car vinyl on there, and she ended up getting some of that like, I don't know. It's not chameleon, like rainbow, kind of rainbow chameleon stuff. She's talking about she wants to wrap the rims and stuff. I'm like, girl, and she knows I do printing, and she knows I've done vinyl, and I'm like, I can't help you. I That's a totally different like thing. I don't ask me. Good luck. Go on YouTube or something. I don't know. I don't want to mess it up. So I'm like, nope, I ain't doing it. It was hard enough putting my decal on my car. I think it was like 2 years ago. I hated it. I hated it. That was pretty much what I was like. I wrote it all the way off for myself. I was like, nope, I am not about to be out here in the hot sun, sweating, laying on somebody's car, putting some vinyl on the window. Dude, no, I was struggling. I couldn't do it. It took me, and it wasn't even that good. That's what's messed up about it. Like I did it, just everything about it was just terrible. And I was like, no, that was not fun at all. That was not fun. And then I thought about, wintertime. I'm in Nebraska. You can't exactly do that. So I'm like, nope. And I'm not going in my garage. I do have a garage, but I don't think it has power to some degree. I don't know. It's like a shared garage with my neighbor. But that place is seriously infested with spiders, and I just refuse to do it. So, no, I tried to sit in there. Let me tell you this. I tried to sit in there, okay, because I never go in the garage. I keep my bike in there. Occasionally, I go in there for that. But if it's not that, I'm not going in there. But one day I was like, you know what? I'm paying for this garage. I'm about to go sit in here. I'm about to go get my chair and pop that thing up in there with a drink. Not a drink, just like some lemonade or whatever. And like go out there and just chill in my garage with the door up. Just chill. I lasted like 10 minutes. 10. And this is why I only lasted 10 minutes. So I popped my chair in the garage. I sat down, and it was a breezy day too. It was so nice. I was so disappointed. But I sat down, I was like, yeah, this ain't that bad. I don't have to be scared of this. This is cool. It's not that bad. And I was looking like kind of out the door, and I saw something fall from the ceiling. And I looked down, and it was a big ass wolf spider. And I was like, there is no. I'm not trying to cuss on here like that. But I was like, there is no way this spider just fell from. And I'm like, I got too much hair for this. Like, this is crazy. So I freaked out at that, and I turned around because then I started getting paranoid, and I looked back behind me, and there was a, what do you call them things? A big ass dirt dauber or something. I don't know. It was some giant freaking wasp like that big, and he was just he crawled out of some crap. I was like, pack this up. I'm done. That was it. That was my effort right there. I'm done. I couldn't do it. I was like, nope, I tried. I paid for this garage and I literally don't even really be in there like that. But yeah, that was my effort. Hey Mel, what's going on? Spider Jack, dude. Yeah, and they're just all up in there. And so, like I said, it's a shared garage. And my neighbor, once a year, he says he goes in there and bombs it. So he's like, I just make sure y'all not gonna be in there, and then I just bomb it. And he's like, it takes care of all the bugs. And I'm like, dude, I don't know what kind of bomb you using, but they don't care. They immune or something. I don't know what them demons right there. They're demons. They're just demons right there. I just don't like it. And it sucks because it's gonna be that time of year where they're gonna start coming down here in this basement. And I found out that they come in. Oh, you can't even see it. Can you? Nope. There's like that corner right there. I was coming down here, and this was right before I left for Bosscation. There was 2 mornings. I came down here because my dog, he's right here. So I was coming down to come let him out so he can pee and all that and eat. I flipped the freaking switch on and there was a centipede like this big just chilling over there. And I was like, what the like, no, you got, and he scurried back up in the hole. And I was like, like, no. And then the next morning he was in the same spot. And I was like, okay, I gotta kill this thing. There is no way, there is just no way we can coexist in this space together. You too damn big, like too damn big. So I ended up squirting him with some stuff and he fell down and he started scurrying and I started spraying him. Like, that's the thing about these bugs, y'all. Like, they don't care about bug spray like that. Some of them just don't care. I sprayed the hell. I was like, is this can old or something? Like, what the hell is going on here? So I ended up having to smash it with my foot and he's still right there because I got to get the bravery up to like pick it up. It's gross. I hate centipedes so much. I don't even understand it. I've never lived in a place that got centipedes, especially this big. But yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got on here for. I'm just trying to get back to normal life, y'all. It's been hard. I don't even know why it's been hard, but I've just been feeling like really draggy all week. I can't believe it's already Thursday. I'm like, I feel like I literally just got back to Omaha and it's already almost Friday. Like, what the? Where'd the week go? I feel like I did nothing. And yesterday was my first time actually like sitting down, like resting, actually doing nothing. So, because yeah, I had to come and print the rest of these shirts. So, but yeah, y'all. Mel, what you got going on today? What you got going? Oh, I thought you had you said you had an order. Did you do that yet? How'd that go? We are under a flood warning. Oh, that's right. They have that hurricane coming through. I hope y'all will be all right because they said it's supposed to be pretty bad. I heard that was supposed to be pretty bad. So I'm hoping y'all will be spared. I hope y'all will be spared because don't nobody got time for that. Don't nobody got time for that. Oh, yeah, I gotta clean this place up. This is insane. I can't. I should have counted how many times during this last job I cracked my ribs on these damn things right here. Just trying to move around in here, and I kept smacking it into my rib cage. Like, ugh. Oh well, it's part of the life. Here goes a little. Oh God, there goes a little jumping spider now, y'all. I'm not that scared of those. Them the only ones I can stand. Everybody else got to get the hell out. Been raining for 2 days. Oh my gosh, we haven't had any rain here like that. Like it's been. I don't know if we going through a drought up here or what, but like it hasn't even stormed up here. So I'm kind of hoping if it does bring it, I hope it kind of brings some rain because I know sometimes when it has hurricanes down there, we get some rain. I got another order later that day for this. Yeah, is that the second one you were talking about with me? think that was what you were mentioning. It'd be like that though. It'd be like that. But that's a good thing. That's a good thing. You're busy, you're getting some orders. That's what we all want. Getting ready for fourth quarter. That is something I really need to do. Because I'm basically trying to decide. I've gotten a couple of people reaching out to me for live events. I got a nursing association that wants some stuff, live printing. So I gave them some options, but I don't know if they liked it. I don't know. Q4, yeah, yep, yep. And that's something I kind of haven't really put a lot of attention into, like I should. Is like planning in quarters. That's something I really need to start doing. So I'm going to start doing it with this quarter because I mean, yes, I've had like, is this third quarter? Yes, third. When did it start? July, August, September. Yeah, third quarter has been pretty good to me, but I mean, I don't know. It was kind of like a winging it type of thing, and I don't want to do that anymore. So yeah. Okay, since y'all on here, did Latana ever log out of the TV because she told us to not let her forget to do that, and I definitely forgot. So I don't know if anybody reminded her to do that. Because if not, then her Google accounts are still in that house on that TV. So yeah, yeah, I haven't. I don't know. I hope somebody got them off there. Yeah, I feel like I'm. So I was dealing with, I won't say a fever, oops, but an elevated temperature in the last couple days. So I don't know if I'm just tired and my body's just, I don't know, maybe detoxing some stuff. I did eat kind of crappy, which I usually don't do. So my body's probably like, what the hell is going on with this? Or if I'm fighting off some little bug. I hope not, because that would suck if come back from a trip. It's awesome. Getting back into the flow of things, and you get sick. That would totally suck. So move, boy. Move, boy. That's my dog. He following me. But yeah, that's all I really got on for. I'm about to coat these screens, and then I gotta send out some emails. I got caught up on all my quotes. Finally, I finally did the ones that I was supposed to do before Bosscation. They literally hit me like the night before. I was like, I can't do it. Like, and I was gonna do it when I got to the house, and well, we all know how that went. So we were busy having fun. So, but I finally got back to them and they were cool with it. So yes, thank you. I wasn't ignoring you. I always feel bad. Like people think I'm ignoring them after they send a code. I'm like, no, no, I'm just, I'm just busy. Order that stuff I sent because they. Oh yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I actually, I had some of those tests here because when I worked in the bank, when they sent us home, they gave us like a crap ton of them. Like, I don't know why, but they did. They felt like they need to do that. So I still have some from that, but I am getting low. I am getting low. But I just had COVID or was exposed to it. What was that? I think it was 2 weeks before Bosscation, but I didn't know it until like after the fact. Like I took the test and all that, but it came out negative. But my roommate, she works with like older people. She does what is that called? Like caretaking and stuff. And so she got delayed. One of the ladies she was working with had COVID, and so we were both kind of like snotting a little bit, but we didn't think much of it because it wasn't like a lot. Like it wasn't like full on COVID. It was kind of like, oh, got a little bit of sniffling and kind of feeling chilly and something's going on. So yeah. But what's messed up about it is the lady she said that she worked with had it for a whole week before she said anything. It was like, why wouldn't you tell somebody that? Like that's kind of messed up in my head because you don't know who that person might be going home to. They could be, or who they come in contact with. They might be taking care of their elderly mother or something. You don't know. So I thought it was kind of inconsiderate, but yeah, yeah. But anyway, I'm getting off here, y'all. I gotta get back to work. I was just taking a little break because I've been going all morning, just catching up on stuff. And now I gotta cook these screens and do some other stuff. So I'll catch y'all later. See ya.